Howdy peeps, and welcome back to the channel for another kit review, and this one should be fairly rapid. It's the Meng World War II's Soviet heavy tank kv2, otherwise known as Stronkest of Stronk tanks and King of Derp. Have to admit, World of Tanks references will abide in this, because yeah, kv2, awesome. Well, it isn't, but you know. Birthday prezi, one I'm very happy to have received, and I figured that this morning, as it's still relatively cool, I'd get some videos done before the cave turns into an absolute oven. It's already 22 degrees English in here and about 70% humidity. Not a huge amount on the box, just a couple of adverts for Meng and few other things. Nothing really to see on there. Kit number is WWT004. Side opening box, but unlike Revell, thick corrugated cardboard to keep everything safe, and all in one bag, which all in one super crinkly bag as well. Oh joy, this is going to be fun. Glad there's just the one. Right. Let's get the instructions out first. And I'm going to... Right. No need to be subtle, let's just get this out and get rid of the horrible noise first, shall we? That's a better idea. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely a strong bag, but for the purposes of reviewing, annoyingly loud. So some decals and polycaps will stick to one side. We've got a handful of sprues, some tracks, and a hole. So let's start with the tracks. I'm actually going to zoom you in because all this is going to be relatively small, and you might actually see something if we get a bit closer. There we go, as long as I remember to keep it in shot. So we get two tracks. One's a little twisted from in a box, but I'll soon straighten out. Yep, solid rubber. Got the pattern of the tracks on the outside, but it's a toon tank. We're not looking for scale accuracy or anything, but they'll certainly do the job, and you won't get that annoying join where they refuse to stick together, where you end up using staples or hot screwdrivers and that kind of thing. Obviously the other rubber parts we get are the polycaps, which I'm guessing are probably for wheels and stuff. First sprue we grab. Wowzers, it's Sprue A. So all moulded in Meng's green plastic. You have the dinky little upper hole, turret parts, 6-inch gun, and a few other things like jerry cans, and it's crisp, nicely moulded, not overly detailed, but it never is going to be given the subject and what it is. Yeah, all looks nice, looks relatively clipped together. I can't see any major issues. I've got all the locating pins and stubs. So there's probably going to be a bit of filling to do around the turret and the gun and a bit of seam sanding, but on something like a kv2 where there's not a huge amount of detail anyway, that's not a problem. Let's try not to put all the plastic on top of the instructions. Dinky little lower hole. Yay! Cute! Ickle Stronk tank. Sorry. But yeah, it's what it says. It's a little lower hole. Just stick all the rest of the bits to. It's flat, it's straight, it's surprisingly thick plastic, to be honest. Whether these are designed to be played with, I'm guessing they possibly are. Meng, made in China, World War II's Studio Rickervan, or whatever that pronunciation is. But yeah, I say it'll do the job. So I've seen a lot of these being built with Shermans and Tigers, etc. lately. And it's nice to take a look through the box and see what we get. Now, you might have been thinking, yeah, that looks cool, I might want one. And get to see what you get in the box. That's the reason for this. It's not a how accurate is this kit kind of review. It's just a what do we get. So I'm guessing these big chunky ones are probably return rollers of some such rather than wheels or anything. As we've got two identical sprues by the looks of things. We've got the little storage boxes, wheels, sprockets, idlers, grab handles, towing clevises, all that kind of good stuff. And again, typical Meng moulding, crisp, flash free. Well, there's a little bit of flash on the back of it, just there. That kind of thing happens. We'll run it over a couple of times with the sander and that'll disappear, and given the fit tolerances on what is, let's be honest, pretty much a kiddie's toy type deal, that's probably going to be fine. Won't look at the other one because it's the same, unless you want proof that there are two the same. There we go, Meng Sprue C. And that is the last one, which I'm guessing is probably going to be Sprue B. What a surprise. Which has got mantlet, exhaust, spare track links, vision block. All looks like a steering wheel, but I'm guessing that's probably for the hatch. And a couple other little pieces. The exhausts are actually moulded semi-hollow due to the angle on them. The top half of the mould came down. So the top part here, they're flush, but it gets to the bottom part there, then they look hollow. So that'll be alright anyway. And again, same thing. And last year's date on it, 2017. Decals, it's a tank. We'll have a look at them, but we don't really need to. Been out in the garden, I'm still shedding bits of grass and foliage everywhere. Weather in the UK's finally got good enough to actually get out there and start doing something about the... Well, I kind of abandoned it a bit last year, but hey ho. So, yep. And just some basic decals, red stars, hammer and sickle, and a couple of things in Russian that I can't read or pronounce. The temptation to just paint derp on the side of the turret with like the R and the P back to front so it looks Russian is kind of overwhelming, and that probably will happen. We shall see how we go when I get round to building it, which may not be too long. Get on there. Resealable bags are great, and it's really trying to get something like decals back in them, and they just stick to the resealing strip every time. There we are. That's those out of the way. Put them there safe. And the destructions, which we're going to have to zoom out a little for, but not too much. There we go. So, copy of the box art on the front with Olga, the character from whatever this cartoon is. It says on the box it's approved by Olga, so that's good enough for me. I wonder if I'm going to start doing little figures to go with these. Open it up. The usual, don't eat it, don't stick it up your mouth, don't stick up your nose, don't stick up your bum, all that kind of stuff. Tools to use, Sprue map, how to decal. What you get in the front of pretty much every instruction manual. Putting the wheels together, putting it all on the bottom hull, putting the top deck together, putting it on, putting the rest of the little bits on. Yeah. Putting the turret and the guns together, putting the lid on that and all the little extra details. Yeah, the steering wheelie thing is the hatch release. Putting the turret on the tank and then painting it and where the decals go. It says you need spray painting tools, paintbrushes or special markers for plastic models. Good advice. Oh, you could try and paint it with your fingers, I suppose. Or just lick the paint and then lick it onto the model. It probably wouldn't look too good. And it'd probably be rather ill. Colour reference is in, or colour call out on the back, which is in Meng, and which is AK, and then accretion, which is pass. Is that Meng's AK? Oh, I can't remember. It's something different. But it's not really an issue. It's matte black, Russian green, burnt red, steel. So burnt red is basically going to be the rusty colour on the exhaust, black for the rubbery bits, green for everything else, and steel for the tracks. So there we go. Not a huge amount in the box, but then you don't really expect it with this kind of thing. It all looks to be nicely moulded, and I'm sure it'll be a quick fun build. Something to either just have a laugh at the bench with during a hangout or something. I'll say, because I can't see it taking very long to go together at all. Paint job's not going to be overly tricky. And yeah, it should be a bit of fun. And if you can't have a bit of fun when you're doing your hobby, then you're doing it wrong. In my book, anyway. I build models because I enjoy it, and this will definitely put a smile on my face because stronk tenk, cute, caricature stronk tenk, can't go wrong. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you liked it and don't like the video, now if you don't mind a bit of waffle and a bit of rambling, click like and subscribe if you want to be notified about whenever I upload other stuff, which is usually a Monday and a Friday. And you can click the bell icon and that'll send you an email whenever I upload something. And other than that, enjoy your modelling, peace out, have fun, rock on, and bye bye.